Ice up the black, gold, and green. People are rock and come in. Jamaica things. Yeah. Represent the place. Hands are furious. Flags are furious. Lighters. People from all over welcome always. Jamaica, Jamaica. Oh, my reggae nice and the play clap. Nobody watching us can know when no safer. And even more time when we shot at the paper. Still I got the flavor, Jamaica, Jamaica. Big up the farmer and busy. We've been running that vibe at 420 for a couple of days now. We have to always big up our Jamaican family for raising me like Mowgli, first of all. I 10-year me did it. And yeah, definitely changed me as a person. And that's the vibes that we try to spread here on Twitter every day. Shout out my guy Martech Effect down there. Or is he down there? He'll be here. Priestley, welcome back. Thank you for bouncing around with us.
I'm having lunch with Nat tomorrow.
That's too cool. See how quick that happens?
Huh?
See how quick that happens?
I know, right? It's lovely. She's such a nice person.
Oh
we
my
talked
God,
for about
Nat
30
is
minutes
the best.
today.
Hands down. In fact, when she's not here, I DM her. I don't let 2 days go by. But
yeah, I don't think she'll be here this afternoon. She had some things to do.
She's busy. Yep. But back in the winter when she didn't have to work, oh man, she used to hang with us. Or maybe that was the spring. I can't. It's all blurred.
She was here when I first got here. And then she would come on and talk, and that's when I probably learned the most. Because she was the only woman in the space.
Yeah, it's funny because like when I started in November, we used to have Amber. Amber was here every day, and she would co-host with me and Kazan, and that was a great mix when we started, and it kept like a pretty comfortable vibe for everybody. And then I don't know, D used to be up here a lot for a while. We've had kind of a rotating cast, but it's great to always have some female energy up here. Seriously.
My dogs are barking in the background, so I probably won't be talking much. But yeah, I love being here.
Oh, the dogs are nothing compared to these kids. Because if I leave the microphone on for too long, you never know what you could hear in the background. So I try to play it safe. At least with the dogs, you never really know what they're talking about.
See, I remember those days. I have 5 children. The youngest is going off to school in a couple weeks, and I'll be free. But yeah, I remember those days. I don't know how you do it.
It's just repetition. That's what I tell everybody that can't understand how I do this every day.
No, I meant with the kids.
Oh, well,
do they like
they're versatile. I got a 9 and a 10-year-old. You got 5 kids, so
yeah, my oldest
I
is
got
33.
it easy. No way.
Yeah, my oldest is 33. I have a set of twin boys that are 30. And then I have the one we don't talk about. And then
it's always one of those.
And then I have the one going off to college in 28 days.
Wow. And how many of them understand this kind of stuff? Blockchain, NFTs?
So my eldest got me into Shiba, who introduced me to crypto.com. So she had a crypto.com account first. I can't get the boys to leave Coinbase, even though I keep telling them that they should. or at least diversify a little bit. Brenda has a couple of the one who lives with me has a couple of different accounts just because she sees I'm invested in this with my time, and so she wanted to know more about what I was doing. But my sister is the one that I she
And Shiba, that's so cool because like Shiba is this this tie that just ties all so many people together that got into crypto that I'm just meeting through Twitter, but like there's a lot. And like my mom loves Shiba and she doesn't know why. She just it's the only one she'll buy. I tell her to buy Crow, I tell her to buy ETH, she buys Shiba every single time.
I had when I came here I had Shiba, V Chain, VVS, and CRO. And VVS was had dropped. I lost so much money there when it was just on when it was just on CDC. So when I got here, it was the first thing that I can make. Oh, okay. And I had to learn stuff because I didn't know. They're like, invest this and you'll make the auto pools. So invest this and
And what
it'll.
time of the year? What time of the year was that? Because
It was January.
January. So right, VVS was on its way down, and we thought we thought it couldn't go lower. But the APRs were still good in January in the
Yeah.
auto mine and the glitter mines, and that was still old school VVS back in January. That was before XVVS, before we had so many other DeFi platforms that they had to interact and interoperate with.
Yeah, it was simple enough to understand.
I
Eh,
That's how I taught myself DeFi was
Yeah.
VVS, and that's why I will always love it.
And then once I got done with I was like figured that out. Then I came onto Twitter and uh MMF, and then I just freaking loved MMF. Um and I still do. Don't get me wrong.
Me too. I keep telling everybody, especially when like Ethereum is on the run and Crow is chasing it and MMF is just like flirting up and down with 6 cents. I tell everybody like if you've got USD and you feel like you're missing the little run, not the bull run, this little run, you buy MMF. You feel good about it, you know?
Well, I got my sister in when MMF dipped. It was like at just under 4 cents, so it was three something. And I told my sister invest now, and I did just listen to me, and I'll walk you through it. And I got her into an LP pool farm, and she started, making more MMF, and she's just banking it. And I told her just leave it there, and when it gets to a certain point, let me know, and I'll tell you what to do with it. And I tried to do that last night, and it didn't work. So I'm gonna have to do a video call with her and walk her through it. But that's fine.
No, that's
Do that.
awesome. It's it's great when you have someone that takes the time to show you because there's so many little things that people get caught on, you know? But like MMF is a nice UI, especially for beginners. I think the layout is really nice, and the APRs are still good over there. So people that see it for the first time, they might be able to start to understand it.
Yeah.
And I see T with his hand up, so I know I got to say this before he goes. For real, if you got USDC on the sideline, you got to buy Thunder. It's a more advanced play than MMF because what we're doing is we're incentivizing the community to really understand how everything works. So if you want to throw it in the grill, T is definitely incentivizing that because he's got like a giveaway going on today and a burn contest. But
I didn't know
in
there was a
reality, people
contest.
need to realize that like when you give up when you stake tokens, when you stake them single for rewards or when you stake them in LP pairs for rewards, uh they're not yours anymore, right? You they actually left your wallet. So the reason that we don't have LP pairs staking pools for everybody to like, make their LPs and then put them somewhere so they can visualize what they're making. We're trying to incentivize everybody to make LP and understand that like that's the game. Everything else is stuff that people made up in DeFi to get you to put your LP tokens in their wallet. But if you hold your own liquidity, if you provide liquidity and hold those tokens, that's when you're making the trade volume rewards.
I heard you say that this morning. That you get a percentage on the number of transactions.
Depending on the platform. So
Yeah.
always read that fine print that's right underneath it when you're making LPs, but you're going to make anywhere from like 0.17 to point. Actually, I think Crodex was giving us up to 2% of trades. Right? Or was it 0.2? I got to look into it again.
I don't
But
know, but
there's
I
a
heard you
wide
this morning
range.
and I moved some stuff around.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, and Crodex is my favorite because they actually give you the analytics to see on a chart um, how much liquidity you've provided and how much fees you're making day by day. So what's up, T?
Nah, man, I'm glad that you brought the Thunder up. That was good. Actually, I was just gonna say that it's awesome that she was onboarded with like Sheeb. Most people, I feel like they go the Doge way, which is kind of cool to see. But the funny thing about Shiba, it has a soft spot in my heart and kind of like a thorn in my side at the same time because I had like 4 grand to dump into something. And I was like, I wasn't sure about the project. So like a dumbass, put it into Safe Moon and lost it all. But if I would have put it into Shiba Inu, I would have had like $5 billion if I sold the top. So that one, every time I look at that project, I'm always gonna have a sore in my side. And every time I look at Safe Moon, I'm gonna be bitter each and every time.
I'm gonna let you be bitter at Safe Moon for sure, because they are definitely the one that deserves the blame. But that's a bitch.
You,
No one should ever think about all-time highs because nobody ever sells the top. It's not a real number. And
no, it's not. But if I would have went the Shiba way, I would have made money. But since I was like, you know what? Let me be one of the first people in because first people into the pool always make it up on top, right? That wasn't the scenario with this, so I'm kind of like I'm a little bitter. I'm a little bitter.
that's cool, man. We're glad that you come in here and you're honest with us about it.
Oh yeah, like I never sold anything. It just sits there to remind me, and each and every day I got to get to that grind.
Hey, he's a fucking warrior, this guy. Look at that. He hasn't even realized his losses. You didn't lose shit, man. You got to
It's
double
just
up.
sitting there. No, I'm not. I'm not doubling up. You got to be kidding me. No,
Not
it
on
sits
Safe
there.
Moon. I didn't say that. No, never.
It sits there. It reminds me each and every day to make good choices, to make better choices, to improve. So I let it sit there, and it reminds me what 4 grand used to look like.
Yeah. You know what I look at as a constant reminder of where we've been? The VVS platform that me and Priestley were just talking about. One of the cool things that they have, well, I used to think it was cool. Now it drives me crazy. But on the front page, the three main numbers in the big letters are how much you have invested, how much in total you've made in profit on the platform, and then uh, how much you have in rewards to take out right now. So that second
Are
number,
are you negative? Are
that
you in the
second
negative?
no, that second number though, it used to be like 6 grand, and now it's fucking $200.
Oh, so you know what? You know that feeling. Oh wow, I didn't know. I didn't realize we
No, but
related
here's
on
the
that.
thing, T, is that 6 grand, I realized those profits. I cashed out at the top of EVS when I was making 60 billion APR, and I bought chimps. I minted 35 chimps. That's where that 6 G's went.
See, but like this is the difference between a big brain, alpha, and then me, where people are like, "Oh, diamond-handed." They should really call it an idiot-handed
Are you
because
kidding me, bro? Call yourself a dummy if you want. I gave all those chimps away, so who's the dummy?
yeah, but you onboarded a lot of people, man. A lot of people got chimps, and you see them all over the place. And you know the chimps, like if it wasn't for like the community, we don't really hear about it because they're so busy in the background doing their thing that the community is what talks it up. So the fact that you did that was onboard a lot of people. Like they're busy behind the scenes. They don't have time to talk to us. And when they do, it's actually something dope. But for the most part, it's the community that has to do it. And the fact that you did that, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, we'll see how busy they are. I'm gonna get
Well,
Caesar. I'm gonna get Caesar in here one of these days.
well, that's we'll see. Everything takes it takes process, man. I'm not rushing anything.
No, because I don't let myself get away with that in here. I always tell everybody. If I try and tell you I'm busy,
I already know the trick, dude. If I think you're
we're
busy, I
all
call you.
busy.
If if I think you're busy, I call you 5 times in a row. Like right then and there, I'm like, yo, you got to answer your phone at one point or another.
It's been known to work. I can't lie. We do have a lot of sneakers to give away still.
Oh, do tell, do tell. I mean, we haven't
Well,
heard about
it's
a sneaker.
July, man. You know, like sneaker season is summertime. So if anyone in here is a ETH Thunder token holder and hasn't received a pair of sneakers, you can DM me. You can come up here. Just let me know.
Also,
What about the crow holders? We don't get sneakers?
Well, what we did for crow holders was if they had 7, they could cash 6 of them in for an ETH banner, which is even better than an ETH token because you get sneakers every year. But we're gonna do more for the crow token holders. That mint just finished. We're
but the
always
crow,
trying to make sure. We just got to make sure that we didn't leave any ETH token holders behind because that's from April.
but the crow
Understood.
coin. If you get enough crow coin, you can get a mystery box, and that comes with a lot inside of it. So start stacking up the crow coin, and on the thunder grill, get your grill going because you're gonna want those mystery boxes that this guy's got going on.
And we didn't push the token very hard until the token was ready and the people that were providing liquidity were ready for it to go to a wider audience, especially now that it's a whitelisted token and people who don't know how to copy paste. I'm not saying people who don't know how to copy paste. I'm saying people that haven't reached that level with swaps yet. They can buy it real easy now with HopSwap. It's great. And they're working on implementing the same type of analytics as Crodex, in which case we can just focus on HopSwap liquidity exclusively. Bach and then Joe, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to let you guys know snake eggs have been cracked open. So I don't know if you haven't checked it out yet.
I don't know if that's how you really want to say it, though, Bach.
I
It's
know,
like
dude, I'm super tired, bro. I want to be more.
snake eggs have been cracked open. Sounds like someone hit them with a hammer and they're just like gooey on the floor.
Yeah, but if you've just been like, oh, dude, I have these eggs in my wallet.
They hatched.
On.
Right? They made it. There's babies in there, right? They're not like gooey.
Yeah, it's
Joe.
right moment.
Joe's the one who really wants to know this stuff. He's got snake eggs. We lost him.
Well, they're not snake eggs anymore. They're baby snakes.
Which is cool. And I don't want to do like the Santa Claus doesn't exist thing, but can't we use this as an example of how it works on the back end and people can understand like IPFS and what an NFT really is.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, it used to be an egg and now it's a snake, but it's not magic.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. So it's nothing with IPFS or whatever's on the contract itself. So there's a function on the contract called token URI, which returns where the token is, like as a link. Um, but what I did, I essentially just put an if statement on there, like that it's if it's not revealed yet, then it returns this link. So once we revealed it, we put that variable as false. So it's now it shows the.
And you manually switch from true to false, or you have like a timer?
No, I manually switched it.
This is
I could
cool.
have
This
put a
is
timer,
very
but I just,
right. And this is like the beauty of smart contracts for people who don't understand it. Like there's more than one way to do things.
yeah, so many ways.
Yeah.
That's
But that's
awesome. I
cool
love
that
that.
you didn't actually change the IPFS. You changed the URI that you're sending. Like the NFT is pointing to one picture, and then you actually tell it to point to a different picture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it.
Because
Go ahead.
no, right, for people who don't understand, like an NFT is literally just um it's a point on the blockchain that's a marker that's pointing to the picture, right? You can explain that in better words than me, Buck.
Yeah, I mean that's the traditional, most popular model. You can do like an NFT that actually lives on the blockchain with like, you ever heard of SVG format?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so you can use like a vector image that's explained in words, and then convert it to using base 64. So now it's just all in text, and essentially like you can create an NFT like that. I've created one. I don't know if you ever have the bonds from Bach. We have something called the bonds. They're NFTs, and whenever you create the NFT, you name it. So you name, and then you get this NFT that has the name that you put on it with a timestamp. Um, but but there's no possible way I could have known what you would have named it and uploaded it on IPFS beforehand. So it's instantly generated on like on chain. Because most NFTs, like the project owner, he generates all of the NFTs, or she generates all the NFTs, um, and uploads it to IPFS. Then people mint it, and then it starts. Like this paradigm is a little bit different with like people doing it on chain, because dude, you can go to the extent where you utilize multiple contracts. It's called like the diamond standard, where you have one contract on one end that's in charge of generating all the different layers. Then you have another contract that's in charge of storing the actual data of each layer. So like imagine you have one layer, instead of it being a PNG, is just like an SVG, right? You convert it to base 64. You upload that data to the smart contract, and then when the user actually comes on and mints, it's generating an NFT that's never been generated before.
No, it's awesome. I
Yeah.
can picture it because that's how I pictured NFT generation before I looked into anything. So, like when I was minting chimps, that's how I pictured it working on the back end. I thought I'm putting this crow into. I didn't know what a contract really was, but like I'm putting it into this interaction, and something on the back end is generating this image through layers and
Yeah, exactly.
everything that you were just saying. So like that's actually really cool to me.
Yeah, yeah. The snake eggs, the baby snakes look actually pretty dope. Like they look
I
like.
was heartbroken when I found out that it gets generated ahead of time and the devs can see all the different.
Oh, you never knew, Alpha?
No, like this is way back. you know.
Yeah, this is like that's the traditional way, but like people are there's standards that are coming out that's like it's actually on demand. Like no one ever like has ever seen it been done before. But I think like that information people don't really care sometimes. Like people just kind of want to mint it. Um, so it's just much easier to just do it that way because like setting up all these different smart contract that's responsible for storing this data and that data and putting it all together, instead of just like whipping up like a ERC 721, putting the link in there and then boom boom deploy, you know.
Oh yeah, I see why that's the status quo. Chad, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Alpha? Hey, Bach. Just a quick question, man. I was looking at my eggs and they're still eggs. What's going on? What do I need to do with that?
But you just need to like refresh the metadata. It's cached. But if you like go to the bigger collection on CrowC, you can see some of the other eggs have
Are
been.
some of them rotten, Bach? There's some rotten eggs in there.
Yeah, am I gonna get a chicken?
But over time, bro, it's gonna propagate, and you're gonna be able to see your eggs, bro.
Awesome. Thanks, Bach.
Wait, Bach, I got a question for you. The fact that you were able to do this, is there any way that like the NFT could grow up and become from a baby snake to an adult snake with this type of process that you're doing?
Yeah, we can. You
It's
can
just
go.
like
You can go a step further, bro. If you want to like really like make it like vivid, but like you can like generate kind of create a script where they grow up before your eyes. Like you have one that's like 30-day plus older, and another one that's like 60-day plus older, and just keep
like
changing. Yeah,
this type of contract that you're doing. It just brought me like the vision of like a Tamagotchi type thing, and
yeah,
how like they grow up, and I was like, wow, this is pretty badass. So I have to give you your props, man. Like I like the way that you did this contract. That's awesome.
And also, like, just to call it like I see it, we got to catch up because they got this on YouTube, right? If you're a YouTube subscriber, they give you like a little icon, and then if you've been paying for 2 months, you get like a different color. It's not NFTs. You can't
yeah,
sell them,
yeah,
but
yeah. I see
you know
what
what
you
I'm saying. Like we gotta fucking
they
step it up
evolve.
here.
Yeah, but people get real like hasty with this type of contract, right? Because it's like the metadata is not frozen or whatsoever. And you can always freeze the metadata. You just have to renounce the ownership of the contract. So like you as the owner or whoever like privileged account that's able to change it, just you don't have the ability to do that anymore. But that's like the catch 22 and the trade off of kind of
Right? Because if the metadata's frozen, can it still, like, if you bake all that shit into the contract and then freeze the metadata, will it continue to do what you set it to do? Like, if it changes on certain dates or whatever?
yeah. So like you can make it programmatically, right? Or like let's say it's something that's gonna look so different that you as a team or an artist you feel like you might need more time, then you can kind of stage it out like literally manually, right? Like you create what they would look like 30 days out, 40 days out, and then you slowly stage it out. Or you can actually create it within the contract and you have all these predefined layers that you've put in, and you have all the stages kind of already thought out and how the generative code is going to come together. So it's so limitless that like there is no like you can do it however you wish, but most of the time and just normal human nature you're going to try to skip steps and make it easy. um
Bach, um, I think I'm rugging out now.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah. So listen, you were saying that to switch it over, you had to pause one and then enable another one manually, right? If you had to do stages of growth and things like that, how many of those pauses would you have to do? Let's say from the egg all the way up to an adult.
So let's say like you wanted to do it that way, right? Instead of like doing it like, let's say you want to automate the process, you can utilize something called the block time. So like each time a block is made, there's a timestamp in Unix, and then you can then set up the logic and say, okay, every and it's scaled in seconds. So like 8,000 something seconds is a whole day. You can say like every 30 days or every 1 month, this needs to be triggered and this needs to happen. And one thing you can do, which is really interesting, that like I've like kind of like tacked on a lot of things I build on Bach. You can tack it on where like, okay, future transaction of future people will then change the state of the blockchain, because the you can't like, you can't put something to happen in the future, right? That needs to be paid in gas and it's automated and it happens out in the future. But you can put the logic where if someone, for example, transfers their NFT to someone else, it can then piggyback off that transaction and then update the state of the blockchain from there, right? Where somebody's doing something else for their own selfish reason, right? Like transferring it to somebody else, but then it piggies off of it, and then something else happens from within it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Tino, buddy.
Yeah, no, I got it. I got one more question, and this is just actually just a personal view, what you think. Have you ever seen the tunes on the Eat side, the DGen tunes? They have like an ability that you could actually blow them up and the image changes. Now, some people will say that that's not like a real standard like NFT because you're able to change it, and NFTs are non-fungible and nothing could be changed. How do you feel about that? Like, how do you view that yourself?
I don't know. I think like we shouldn't really define anything, right? Because it's like the technology is so new as well that like everyone's gonna have their own like way of doing it. But I know what you're talking about, where you can change it. Maybe this is a different concept that I've seen, but it's like there's one where you can make it like happy, and another one you can make it like demonic. Are we talking about the same thing?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you're on the right track.
Yeah, I've seen their contract. It's actually like within the chain itself. It's like you're triggering the contract to change the state, and the NFT is now different. Um, you know, I don't know. I think that's an interesting concept. I think it's not. You shouldn't limit it to, because there's people just like the Bitcoin maximalist guys, like they're diehard, Bitcoin, but there's some people that are like diehard like frozen metadata, like like don't there's nothing
Yes.
should change, and
No,
there's
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to hear that you feel that way because I too felt that way, and by multiple people, they told me they were like, "That's not even the concept of an NFT." And I get what a standard like view of it is, but like, why can't things evolve? And I don't know. I mean, innovation evolves. So when I saw something like that, it really like got my head like turning, and I just love seeing things like that because it's just people thinking and the standard doesn't always need to be the standard. So I'm actually kind of glad that you had that kind of view as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I definitely think if somebody created an NFT that evolved over time, and it was sort of like it felt very auto magic, where you kind of see it, and every time that you check on your NFT, is like just keeps like changing, in the right kind of ways too. It's not like drastic changes. Um, yeah, I don't know, that's it's all about engagement, right?
Yeah, and I just think that like with like small changes and things like that, it just opens the door for so many more things that could be NFTs. And this might be just a stupid way of looking at it, but like digital clocks, if they could change every so often to tell the time, you know, properly, and the background was a certain type of face. I'm just saying, like, these are the types of things that NFTs could eventually evolve to, and I don't see why it should stop that way. And that's just the way I'm thinking.
Automagically is not a word. I stick by my story.
Safe Moon says otherwise.
Safe Moon is not your buddy.
I know
Nobody.
I got robbed.
Don't listen to those guys. Santa is not real.
I know. I just got sad for a minute now. That really brought me back to the old days of when I felt like I was gonna make it, straight to the moon. What was that thing? Straight shot to the moon.
I
We're
don't
going
know.
to the
You
moon.
said $8 billion. That's what you said.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at that one guy. Back when like Shiba was just starting off around the same time, right? He put in 4 grand. He made $8 billion. So I could have been that guy, but I'm not. It's
Oh,
sad.
that is fucked up math. You got to chill with that math.
Hey, listen. I'm just letting you know what was on the
Some
news.
other guy put that much in.
I'm just letting
Fuck
you
that
know.
guy.
I'm just letting you know. I'm not on a yacht that's bigger than Jeff Bezos' house. Okay.
No, but that type of shit, like, that's what got me into crypto. I probably haven't said it in a while, but like, it was this guy that I worked with doing carpentry, and he made $2,000 on Dogecoin in the beginning of the first pump, and I was like, what? Because this guy is not the sharpest tool.
You said you got into Dogecoin too, right? Was Robinhood your first one? Like,
Well, he put me onto Robinhood, and then I still to this day don't know who put me onto CDC, but it was the same time period. Um, like what was it? February of last year.
hey, so you definitely rode it all the way to the top. Did you sell
Yeah, back down, all the way back down.
all the way back down? Hey, listen,
I
Diamond
haven't
Hand,
told you
right?
all this, bro. My first pump was AMP. I rode AMP from like a penny to 16 cents and all the way the fuck back down after throwing every pair of sneakers I had at it. And that was my first lesson about buying the pump. Don't ever buy the pump.
Well, all right.
And
So I have a similar story, just like you do. You said you did AMP, right? So
yeah,
Solana was a popular one back then, and I bought what I felt like I bought it pretty low, and we all saw it go up, right? Well, guess what? I saw it go all the way up. I saw it go all the way back down, and and I'm still holding on. So that one too makes me sad as well.
and I'm a different person these days. I used two different wallets to buy into the fucking CRX pre-sale, and I take my profits and I put it into other things, and I
See,
try to be
yes,
smart about stuff.
and that's not said enough. So a lot of people when they first come in, they don't know what they're doing, and everyone's like, "Oh, just diamond handed." And I feel like that's such a misconception because taking profits is important, especially if you want to play other games and try other tokens. You want to take those profits into other tokens. You don't want to keep dumping your own money into it. Like then you might always be at a loss. And I know what they say, diamond handed if you don't know what you're doing, but like it's not always the best advice to be honest with you.
No, but it is. I mean, like, you can be a diamond hander if you're playing it smart the whole time. Like I was just saying, like, take profits when you're 2, 3, 4, 5xing in the beginning. Get your initial investment out, and then you can diamond hand whatever the fuck you want. You know.
Yeah, don't be greedy. Like, if you're 5x up, take take profits out cuz if you're 5x up, there's definitely going to be a dump coming soon. I mean, it happens all the
But
time.
I like to keep playing the game, and that's what we did with Treasure. Like you were just saying a minute ago, like Loot Finance never stopped working, and people might have lost interest when Treasure went from $120 to 90 cents. But that's when I got really interested in it because I knew that, like, psychologically, people get stuck at $1. Everything gets stuck at $1, and it'll go over, it'll go under, and people, like, just from human nature, they try to stable it out at $1. And I swung trade the shit out of Treasure for like a week, and all the way down to 30 cents, and then bought the shit out of it at 30 cents. And now as the Thunder Collective, we own like 25-30% of the liquidity for Treasure. But it's not the only thing we're into, right? It's
Right.
just one of
I
our favorites.
haven't heard of Sky G in a while.
And it doesn't
What
put
happened
out
with that?
$400 a day anymore, but it puts out 50. You know, it's enough.
Yeah, no, I remember you were talking about that, but you were also talking about like Sky G and Dark G. Like you haven't mentioned those in a while. Like anything.
I don't talk about those anymore because they've been under peg for at least a month. You know, I talked about it for at least the first 2 weeks. I still to this day think that Dark G is the easiest one that we as a community can get over peg because it's pegged to dark, and dark is at 2.5 cents, and Dark G is at 1.5 cents. So we're at 0.6 already. All we have to do is get it over 2 cents, 2.5, and the Sky G boardroom will start printing again. Nobody listens to me, T. That's why I stopped talking about it. I think we're losing you, bud. Yeah, you gotta find a cell tower or a Wi-Fi router. I'm gonna bring you back up. What's going on, everybody? It's 5:00. Jesus Christ! Did you guys hear that? I might have to check on the kids upstairs, but let's take this moment to shout out everybody in the room. Nah, fuck that. Let's look at the markets. I got a sneaky suspicion we're headed back down. Oh, yeah. Okay. ETH is headed back down. Bitcoin is headed back down. Cardano is always headed down. AVAX is really fucking tanking. How's Crow doing? Hold up. Crow still over 13 cents. Only down 3% in proportion to, Solana's 7. But this is natural. This is 100% what happens when you go up for a solid week. Bach, what happened? You're back.
Oh no, dude, I dropped off, bro.
You couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
I don't know. Every time I'm on Twitter, dude. Like Twitter is just like it said nope.
Well, I was joking around and saying, oh, they really needed Elon's money, blah, blah, blah. Now that he's not going through with it, they're cutting back. But you saw the news today. I can put it up top. They lost $270 million Q2 2022.
And I heard they blamed Elon, right? Or something.
Oh, of course they're going to blame Elon. Who else are you going to blame? Too easy. He fucking asked for it. Honestly, like, the guy knows how much he controls the markets, and he does it anyways. So,
is that market manipulation?
I don't know. It's flirting with disaster. Like, why not just shut the fuck up? That's an option.
Yeah.
When you're that rich, like, is no one says that to you?
I feel like it's messed up though. Like you offer to buy a company for like a huge amount. Like, it's not like a small amount. You know, and everything's kind of riding high. All the shareholders are riding high.
Yeah, it was fuck you money, Bach. And then he said fuck you. And that's, I guess, why they call it that kind of money.
Then he's like,
you can just say you're going to spend it and people just start freaking out.
How much of a discount do you think he's looking for with his argument? Because they still want him to buy it.
He said up to 80% of Twitter could be bought, so he wants up to 80% off of the fucking asking price. Like, that's how math works.
Did he actually say that somewhere?
Yes, he said that.
Dude, if he gets a 20% discount, bro, I think even at 44 billion, bro, is a steal, bro. Like I don't know why. I just feel like I remember like a year ago, this used to be like what we're doing right now was like mainly Telegram. Then a year, maybe not a year back, but like around the same time, it was like Clubhouse. But now I feel like I don't know. I'm just seeing the trend, bro.
A year ago today, everybody was on Clubhouse. I like to remind everyone of this, that like Twitter Spaces has only been a thing for less than a year. DeFi has only been a thing for less than like 2.5 years. So like,
Cause like, dude, like I don't know why, but Twitter is like it seems like that's the place for crypto. Cause I don't really see a lot of people on Facebook or Instagram like shilling crypto. TikTok is a little bit weird because like it's more people talking about I don't know crypto in a way, but I feel like Twitter is just like this really kind of like nice meta space where things are just like just rolling, you know. I don't know.
they've been working on it for a long time. I mean, you can say what you want about this platform. I used to think it was a cesspool, which is why my account says it's 11 years old, but I only got on it in November. It's I think it's the fact that they've been doing it for so long. Because one of the reasons I was able to grow my account this fast is because it's an older account, so it didn't have the limitations. Like they give you those types of, I don't know. There's a social construct to it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So if you've been here a long time, you get to do different things. If you have a lot of followers, you get to do different things. Know
No,
what I'm saying?
because I remember Snapchat um, when they went public. I think they eclipsed the value of Twitter for a while before like they kind of like went down. But then like you know the if you're talking about like social media platforms, the biggest is Facebook. But like I don't know, dude. Like I kind of feel like it's a trend, right? It's like Facebook. Really, what they have going for them is like the Instagram and like, of course like their suite of apps like WhatsApp and everything else. But I feel like TikTok is a real like problem for them in a way because it's all about engagement, right? Like how much time do you put on your phone on and which app do you put that time at? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think Twitter Twitter's really coming into its like domination phase.
If Twitter had a commercial in our spaces, like we all had to stop every like 20 minutes and listen to a Twitter commercial and we knew it was coming, would you be okay with that? Even if it were just a minute. But you had to, like, everything was timed out and we could all eventually like go and get drinks and drink our water and whatnot. But if that's how Twitter had to pay the bill, but like every 20 minutes, like at the top, and that they're going to do it.
Every 20 minutes they can run something at the top. Look how much space is above the record button to the top of the screen.
That's exactly what they need to do, Alpha.
They
That's
can
a great
stick
idea.
a fucking banner up there and split it with us 50-50. I don't give a shit.
Bro, Alpha, why are you not working at Twitter, bro? Fuck. They have a revenue issue.
Alpha, I will
I
actually
will
make
never
that
work
recommendation.
for anybody. Haven't you
Alpha,
guys figured that out yet? What?
I'm in that Twitter Discord. I can get you that's a solid recommendation.
What?
In the Twitter creator Discord, the half banner for advert price.
Oh yeah, you can tell them.
Okay. You know,
there's only so many times I'll put my good ideas out there. Like I DM'd Twitter Spaces because they DM'd me first.
You need
and
to
they
go
were like,
talk
"What
to,
would you like to see in Spaces?"
You need to
And I
talk
was
to
like,
Twitter
"Thanks
creator.
for asking. I just
Twitter
want the fucking
creator.
hundreds back." What?
Twitter creator. That's the person that you can talk to. It'll eventually get you into like the super followers and all that nonsense, or even higher engagement or not engagement.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
I'm paying you $4 a month for nonsense, Texas.
That's what I mean. Sometimes a slip of the words, but you know that's kind of how I mean, in a sense, isn't this all just nonsense?
No, you know what's nonsense is.
No, but we're giving you value, okay? We're producing value.
Yeah, I won't even go there. I was gonna get spicy.
Okay, I just want to be happy today, and like I've been around people who have been so salty and spicy into each other and other projects. It's just interesting.
Do you guys ever listen to Gary Vee?
No, but tell me about it.
No, I made the joke like giving so much value that's like there's a Like there's big memes about Gary Vee. Like people come up to him like, "Hey, I have my business is not doing so well," and he's like, his response is always like, "Are you on TikTok? You know, you need to be creating
No,
content."
I have this like sore spot, and it really shouldn't even be there because Gary didn't have anything to do with it. But do you guys remember the like Bad Bunny character that was in here and like was having me give away ETH NFTs and Cosmos Adam, and he kept telling me like that he was tied in with Gary V and that they were listening and that they liked the show, and I'm like, okay. But I was telling people like Texas like that's what the dude was saying, and then he just fucking ghosted us. Now, what am I supposed to think? Gary stopped liking the show? Fuck out of here. People just talk shit, man. They just talk out there. And how many shit talkers have we found since then? Too many to count.
Dude, I agree with that. And it's just people I didn't think would do it are doing it, and it's like I get it. I maybe
People
stepping
that
back.
I love with all my heart start doing it out of nowhere, and I'm like, please, fucking no, please, just keep it 100. Like you don't have to turn it up that high. You really don't. People dig the honesty. You understand what I'm talking about? Or was that too like?
No, dude, that was so real, bro. Dude, people are really digging these baby snakes, bro.
Of course they are, man. They've been waiting patiently. They've been really good. They've been really good about it. Did I
Dude,
tell you guys my my biggie thing that I was wearing this morning sold? I guess
How much? How much do you get for it?
like $35 or something.
That's not bad. In retrospect, the Beatheads actually don't seem like a bad buy at this point. If you look at all the airdrops
If
that
you can
they've
make
given,
$40 a month off of them, yeah.
I mean, yeah, seriously. If you can make $40 a month and you got 12 months and then it's over, but like, what was the NFT? 150?
Yeah, I bought it aftermarket for 100.
So you're up. You're up at this point, right?
I'm up because Aloe Black follows me. I'm up because I've got a bunch of cool NFTs, and I'm up because I like the one that I bought in the first place. I bought it because it had lightning headphones, just like our logo, and I don't know.
You couldn't do that with a baseball card or a football card out of a pack. Not like unless it was like maybe a Shohei Ohtani or something ridiculous. You're not doing that type of stuff if it's not the blockchain.
Shohei Ohtani. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
two.
yeah. Yesterday, getting to watch the Yankees lose a double header with all those people who like NFTs was probably like one of the highlights of my year.
Well, the Angels, I actually bought tickets specifically to see the Angels play the Red Sox, and Shohei didn't play, so that was a bummer.
Oh man, that is a bummer. At least you should have got to see him hit, if not pitch.
No, I didn't get to see him play at all. It was weird. It was like last year sometime. I forget. I took Levi. We
That's
go to
good.
a lot of baseball games now that I think about it. I got to take Willow, just the two of us. But I digress. Baseball will do that to you. How's Chronoballs doing? I saw there's like 190 minted now. Not bad. Got to keep it going.
I think bringing collectors from the sports memorabilia and the football, baseball, basketball into the NFT collectibles is going to be one of the easiest sales pitches. There's already those top packs from the basketball, right? You know much talk about that, those NBA packs?
Top Shot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Top Shot is how the other bunny, the good bunny. Actually, let me DM him. Fucker. The bunny. That's how he got into NFTs. Because those were literally like the first NFTs.
It's so difficult to sell a baseball card because you have to like trust the person that you're doing mailing it. Uh, you know, then somebody has to go first. It's not like it's a digital asset.
Hey, fucko, join this live conversation with me. He'll like that. How we doing, Joe?
We're doing. I was able to jump into Crow-C and see my baby snacks, and yeah, they're kind of on fire. I think that a lot of people are going to like them. I did go over to Tofu and saw that there are eggs still over there unhatched. But just a shout out to everybody. I clicked on one of them that's on the floor at 10 Crow, and it acts a little weird that when you say buy now, it all of a sudden kicks up another message saying, hey, verify your address, kind of thing. And it's like,
We're on what on Crow-C?
no, over on Tofu. I
Oh,
bought 3 other eggs over there that when I hit buy now, it let me just go through. It threw up my crow. It let it go through. This one egg over there is asking me to do some extra steps. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's a,
I won't trust anything on Tofu, but I'm a little bit
yeah.
biased.
Oh, don't.
That's why I'm giving the shout out to everyone. Hey, if it starts asking you to do something that isn't exactly the same as what you've done in the past, leave that bad boy alone and keep on going. But I tried to step up earlier. Alpha, you asked if anyone had their ETH token but had not received tennis shoes. Well, I traded an ETH token back in for some tennis shoes, but I still own 3 ETH tokens. So
So
does
why?
that
How many sneakers do you want? Why don't you sell them to people?
a lot?
You want a lot of sneakers? All right. We can do it that way.
And then, well, no, I'm actually going to sell at least one of my ETH tokens, but I did hit 420, and I think I kind of remember something about some sneakers going out on 420, but you know,
You've got a package headed your way that has the merch from NFT NYC and the extra large hoodie and a couple other things, I think.
well, you also have a box coming at you. It's going to have some of those soaps, some bath bombs, and some other things for the treasure chest. And
And
I think,
speaking of all this cool shit, Martech has been working on some merch, and I gotta just shout out all of these guys for being the real ones that actually put shit in the mail when they say they're going to Texas. You as well, because we tracked it all the way here and all the way back to Texas.
And we're gonna try that again after we get some conversation going about the right wallet
I know the
address.
blockchain doesn't lie. You
So,
sent it.
question: did you ever get the graphics for Pharaoh so we can resolve that? I'd like to help you with that if need be.
Yeah, he's got graphics and
Okay.
he's been getting funds every week. There's
Was
just something, I don't know, something fired him up. It happens.
Yeah. I recall that from this morning. And I just wanted to see if that was resolved just for the days of our lives. You know.
No, it's cool. And Crolin and Dave will be reminding me as
Oh
often
yeah,
as they can.
Crolin DM'd me this morning asking if he could be back.
If he could get unblocked. Yeah, we'll look into it. It's a case by case basis. People need to understand. I take shit very seriously. Like
But
when
here's
people
the
get out
thing.
of pocket, they get blocked. And if you retweet some shit when someone gets out of pocket, you get blocked too.
And once you
Like,
get
I don't need
blocked,
that.
and then you get unblocked, and then you do it again, you never get unblocked. You get like one chance, right? Or two chances, or one chance.
I give out way too many chances. Even my wife told me yesterday that I'm too nice. But she also tells me that I yell at you guys too much. So I don't know which is which. Martech effect.
Yo, 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 what's happening, Jungle Fam? Good afternoon, Mr. Two A Day, Texas, all the wonderful people here today. And actually, for the first time in history, Alpha, since I've been coming into this space nearly 5 months, I'm actually going to ask you if I can pin something up to the Jumbotron.
For
the first time.
Gentleman and a scholar. Go for it, my guy.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm holding a space with Troller Art. Some of you guys might be familiar with the project, but he's doing a project right now that's giving artists and project artists the opportunity to win 1 Bitcoin. So that's kind of interesting. That's some value there. And as far as like the merchandise and all that kind of stuff, Martech is trying to bring real value to like what's going on the blockchain. I haven't dropped an NFT collection yet, and I emphasize yet. But outside of that, I just want to offer my services as far as like garment production and all that kind of good stuff.
And we respect the shit out of you for that, man.
You
because I've been saying all week, like everybody finds their place in this community, especially the longer they stick around. And of course, there's an essence of fake it till you make it in any business. But in Web3 especially, you have to be incredibly careful about promising things that you can't deliver. And I just want everyone to be careful about that type of shit.
Appreciate you, Alpha. And guess what? It's Friday. I just cracked open a bottle of Ray and Nephew. I got a Red Bull, so I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. Let's go, Jungle Fam.
I can drop that.
Love it. Hey, you should, that's going to turn them up.
Let me tell you something, Martek. When that tune came out, Jamaica me did it, and I was drinking rum and Red Bull. I was not sober those days, and I drank a lot of rum and Red Bull. I loved that shit. I loved the vibe, and I loved the drink, and I embodied those songs because they kept putting them out all summer.
Bro, it's bubblers, but how can you not be happy listening to that shit? And like
that was the rum and Red Bull summer,
man.
Beanie Man started it off, but like people just kept picking up the flag and running with it. And I didn't go anywhere without like a pint, a half pint, like
your flask,
and a couple of Red Bulls
your little flask.
in a lot of bag.
Oh man,
that's just how we were rolling back then.
And the weed with the grabber.
Yeah. Every time.
Bless up, bro.
Because I didn't get frost back then, bro. I was just Red Bulled out all the time. I would black out. And I would wake up sometime later with like 32 new tracks recorded.
Do you remember
you know what I'm saying?
Loco and shit, yo?
And we got to talk on the music thing as well, because you know that I produce music on the QT.
Yo, does anyone remember?
We got to talk on that. Take over the blockchain.
Yes, we remember For Loco Hyper. That I lived through that. I'm old.
You don't talk to me condescending, you fuck. I'm just saying, there's something that literally happens when you mix those two things together that I think makes you do whatever it is when you're making music like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because they had to ban that combination.
They did. You can still find For Loco, but it's not the same.
I think it's taurine or gorine.
Taurine and alcohol is dangerous.
And some threshold of caffeine.
Still dangerous. You can still find it in any bar.
Oh yeah, they just can't sell it pre-cocktail.
What's up, Tex? Nope. Tex, you still there?
That stuff is tangerine.
I thought it was taurine.
I never remember what it is. I think it is taurine. You're right. Taurine. It's taurine.
No.
Is that a drink? Is that a drink, Hyper?
I thought that I was told growing up it was fucking bull semen, and I bought that shit. That's why I drank Monster.
Yeah, it's not. It's a synthetic, but
I actually like the Rehab Monster. It's like an Arnold Palmer thing. It's not even carbonated.
What's it called? Oh, yeah,
Rehab. But
Rehab.
he changed the name because I don't
With
know.
the RX. It's got the
Yeah,
RX
it's
on the
essentially a
side.
drug.
Yeah. I take that stuff. Texas, you got to talk or I'm going to boot you. What happened? Boop.
Oh, dude, I thought Truck was. I was worried about Truck for a second. I just saw him right now.
He booted himself.
Yeah, so sorry, I just pinned that up to the top. So any projects in here with a great graphic artist, jump in, man. Your chance to win 1 Bitcoin courtesy of the Troller Art Project. Might be kind of interesting.
I always wanted a whole Bitcoin.
I'm pretty confident some of us can get away with that. Maybe with this Crow BTC.
Yeah, if you hold it long enough.
There's a baby Crow BTC. I didn't even want to say it, but there is.
Oh, you wanted to say it.
I know.
What's
I
up,
like
Joe?
seeing these developers succeed with that token reflection. I bet they're pumped.
Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say, Martech, I would not be doing my part if I didn't make, well, I didn't ask about the track jersey or the jacket that I got coming from you. I haven't heard any updates.
Yeah. My
I
factory,
know,
my
yeah,
factory in Los Angeles is just finishing them up, putting the finishing touches on them. They should be arriving. They were supposed to arrive last week, but the new batch is going out as soon as it gets here to me in Atlanta, because that's where I am, and I'll be shipping them out. Because again, they're specially made. Like, so I make them in batches and stuff like that. So the new batch is in production and it will be going out. Mark my words on that. It's not an American Apparel Vistaprint t-shirt or something like that. It's actually a handmade garment. And once you get it, Joe, you'll appreciate what I'm talking about.
definitely not a problem. I just put the squeeze on Alpha, so I didn't feel it would have been right if I didn't put the squeeze on you. So
There you go,
now
Joe. You
everyone
spread
can
that
feel
shit
happy.
around.
Joe,
Damn right.
No,
Just
Joe,
like if
I gotta say, you got something real nice coming to you because I have felt the fiber of this man's fabric, and it's dope. The kids dig it, the wife digs it, and I'm glad you brought up the Vistaprint thing, man. Because while we were talking merch, I was downstairs and I literally just found one of our T-shirts from back in like I don't know 2012, and it is a Vistaprint shirt, but luckily it held together. Or wait, no, we didn't use Vistaprint until later on when we started cheaping out. No
Use
wonder
custom
this one
ink.
lasted. This is one of our first shirts. Oh, I'll move the truck. Sorry.
Is it custom ink, yo? I used to use that. I have a ton of merch still.
Custom ink. Yeah, we've used them as well.
You can
and
take your brand and throw a Carhartt thing on anything. It costs like $50 per item, but still.
And the crazy thing is, Alpha, like t-shirts have gone through the roof. The prices have gone through the roof now with the increase of just everything, the cotton, the yarns, and everything like that. Because actually, when I do Walmart production, we actually spin the yarn. So we get like the bales of cotton in, and we spin that into yarn, and then like knit that down into t-shirt fabric, and then cut and sew. But yeah, the cost of everything has gone up. Before you used to be able to buy a T-shirt for like $1.50 on a blank. Like the price has gone ridiculous now. So
Yeah, doing what you're talking about, it sounds like incredibly expensive.
that's a $300 track jacket, bro.
Right? It's not cost effective to buy cotton and spin your own yarn into thread into t-shirt fabric.
Yeah. Well, on the mass production side, that's the way that we can keep the cost down. Cause like Walmart, that's like million T-shirts every like free every quarter. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only way that we can keep the cost down. But the stuff that I shipped you the track jacket is like $300 retail.
Right, the cut and sew stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that you look at the detail on that stuff.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Kind of interesting. Yeah, cut and sew. When you said cut and sew, you know what you're talking about, bro.
Nah, I don't know shit. I know raglan sleeves. You know.
That
sounds
come
smart.
come on, you hide.
That sounds smart. What's up, Buck?
Oh no, just I don't want to change. I didn't want to change the topic too much.
No, we're off at t-shirts.
No. Yeah, I wanted to let you guys know about a project that's minting on Chronos Bay. Pretty brand new. With the recent thing that happened with Anubis and Drake, so they're like the first project to launch with the different model. This model now is going to be more like we're more of the bigger brother to the project. So it's called Cheeverse. Their concept is pretty interesting. They're basically creating an NFT card trading game where you can mint like players, seats, stadium owners, commissioners, all the different elements that's involved in a soccer league. They're basically using it. They're from Poland. We've been doing like an outreach on box side with the Polish community. The things going on in Ukraine and everything else. So they're not like he's not awake right now. But I did invite him to join Coffee and Crow in the morning, so he can explain a little bit of his idea and what he's looking to do. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty interesting. But now our model with Chronos Bay is a lot more incubative. So what we're doing now is we're holding 90% of the mint fund, and 10% is given immediately to the creator every time it mints. But after it mints out, just for lasting for 1 month, they get another 10%, like as a lump payment. And then the first month after that, we'll assess them on their roadmap and actually if they've been able to deliver. Then the second month we'll do the same thing, and then with the vote of the community and like how they're feeling about the project. And then the third month we'll give them their final like installment payment. But the caveat that we take into it is, like, for example, if the project they want to like buy something or they need the funds to extend the purchase for something big, we have a 40% escrow pool from their mint that they can take essentially a loan out on. And the reason why I call it a loan is like those funds are essentially like held in reserve, and only with them actually demonstrating like, hey, we need this to get this with the funds, and it's like thought out, right? So there's a check and balance in between it from Bach on our side and Chronos Bay.
So, if you want to let Bach be your daddy, it's up to you. That's how I'm gonna put it from now on.
Yeah, 100%. It is like that. It is like that. But the reason why we had to bump up our policy is because a rug happened, right? And with the rug insurance, you're protected with that, and there's going to be a contingency plan. There's going to be a restructuring plan. So like Chronos Bay offers that service, right? Like the same way Ibisus Bay has this kind of like curated service, and that was always like the intention with Chronos Bay. But it's like we're hoping to foster a lot of great projects from it, and that's the protection that we can promise on Chronos Bay.
Yeah, and I think that any serious project would look at that offer and take it at face value and see that if they have a long-term vision that fits with them. So bullshit projects are just going to run from that in the first place, I think. Martek, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I think the whole rug insurance aspect is kind of cool. I think what kind of blew me away in the space yesterday is like, when it was, the way that the insurance structure was outlined as far as like 900 days to like, get your full claim. That kind of blew me away. It's definitely not State Farm insurance, is it? But yeah, that was kind of interesting. I thought that maybe a disclaimer up front outlining the claim period for projects before they actually mint on Kronos Bay, or even for like individuals that do mint. I think that would have been pretty cool if you implemented that.
Yeah, Martech, and 100%. You know, I received messages about it, and I've always said like it's not set in stone, right? It's a proposal that I want to put out to the community. But at the same time, you know, if you read our terms of service on Kronos Bay and even on the full refund policy, it's about like how do we make sure, okay, do we have a case of a rug? Can we restructure it? Can we bring it back, you know, to have value? Or do we just refund all the money back, you know, and at the same time, you know, Kronos Bay and Bach, you know, that affects our pockets, and being able to reproduce that value from that 7% premium that we took from the project. So it allows us to be you know, uh, flexible. And then also, not only that, the action, whenever somebody claims their process on that 900-day schedule, they give up their NFT. That NFT is relisted on CrowC at a different premium. And then we're on the flip side of it, we're going to be restructuring the company or the NFT project. And hopefully, if we restructure correctly, people are going to go and buy those NFT right back. And if those NFTs are bought right back, that 900-day time schedule can become maybe only 300 days, you know. And I take this example from some failed exchanges and how they've restructured, like for example, an exchange gets hacked for like 115,000 Bitcoin, right? Like how do you protect everyone? And structures like these, like I probably presented, is how people are protected, right? Like 2 years down the road, or maybe a year down the road, if everything is perfectly went well, everybody received their money back and the project is live. All the NFTs are past the mint value.
Yeah, man, I love seeing the way that we translate all these different things from, you know, people say from Web 2 to Web 3, but just from the real world into what we're doing on the blockchain. It's like I don't know. I'll let the hands go. Murph was up, right?
Yeah, hey, boss. So shout out to the belated 420 that we missed. And
Damn.
my isn't it funny how things come around? I mean, so basically, Bach, you're saying you're gonna do exactly what Ibisis Bay and all them did to you, that you had such a problem with, Mr. DeFi. You know, this is decentralization, and now you're gonna go and provide centralization for oncoming projects. I mean, more power to you. I think it's great, but I love the irony.
No, Murphy, what you're saying is completely correct, right? But at the same time, you have to look at my actions and the different things that I have in place. If if we cannot provide you the services of like our expertise, you can always go to CrowC and generate your own NFT collection from complete scratch. There's no permission, you know, you just do it and you're live. And Joe Q has done that, and Nifty has done that. But on the other side of it, there's a playground that we have on Kronos Bay that you know, we're looking for projects that have potential from our end, and we hope to bring the governance tools that I don't know if you've ever been in some spaces that I'm in, but the Coyotes, the reason why Kronos Bay came to be was the response of what's the utility of the Coyotes. And eventually, as we develop the platform, it's going to be fully automated, right? Where it's going to use the elements of CrowC.art, and you as a project, you can submit your proposal, show your layers, show your the originality of the project, and launch it, and people can vote if you can launch or not. And it still has the same elements of protecting the community and providing the insurance. So like I understand, like I'm not a hypocrite in my words, but I think on a lot of things for it to be to start.
No, and no one's calling you a hypocrite, right? Like Murph is just calling out the irony, as one does when we try to find the humor in in life. Because look at us, we're basically creating like chapter 7 and chapter 11 bankruptcies in Web3 for NFT projects. Martek, what's up?
Yeah, and again, Buck, I'm not having a dig at you and everything, anything like that, but just in the spirit of full disclosure, it's kind of like, it's all about setting levels of expectation. So somebody new to the space, like, I mean, if you mention insurance, they're going to think like, okay, yeah, this is all state. As soon as I crash my car, I put in a claim and I get paid out within like, 30 days or something like that. So I think like, if it's kind of like
Don't think
fully,
that, people. This is DeFi. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever tell your seed phrase to anybody. That is crazy.
right. So again, just in the spirit of like, full disclosure and setting levels of expectation, I think if it's outlined that the insurance, just kind of like a disclaimer that the insurance period will take a certain amount of time, not only for the projects that are minting, but like, for the people that are onboarding and so on and so forth. It could be like somebody just new out of the centralized world. They mint a project and like, oh, the project rugs and hey, but I got insurance but man, it's 900 days. 900 days. When you say 900 days, it's kind of like to the layperson, it's like okay, they're thinking in days, but really and true, we're talking about 3 years.
3
You know
fucking
what I
years.
mean?
I was trying to do the math in my head, and I was feeling real dumb for a
You
second.
see what I'm saying? I'm
I was
I'm a
like, all
numbers
right,
guy.
how many in a month? 300?
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah,
not right.
it's 3 years. So
It's 3
again,
years.
definitely not having a dig, but like
Nah, man, I locked up some XVVS for like 4 years. Uh, just cause my old buddy VVS said that they'd give me like an extra 20% yield. Um, Also, I know that VVS is gonna be here in 4 years, so I said, "Fuck it."
And Marta, if you're a holder of Anubis and you're a claimant, that's why that process of me having that space was started. You can come in there and be like 900 days, that's ridiculous, and offer a different structure of like how do we structure this NFT project and provide a refund. And I think I offered something that was reasonable, that was that's scalable, and that we can change it in like down the road. We restructure the project right. Your NFTs are getting bought up from people jumping back into the project, and instead of the 900 days, we're able to cut it sooner, right? But it's like it can't be perfect, and it's an experiment at the end of the day, and I hope that it can mature and blossom and become something more stronger and provide framework for really anyone, right? Because I've never really seen this space where we had a rug and then somebody came out with an actual concrete plan of structuring it properly. Because right, the 900-day gives us flexibility, where for the first payment we can come up with 10% of that payment, but instead of just refunding everybody the money, we can then put that money to valuable like stakeholders in the project, right? That still want to see the project go on. And we're like, okay, look, hey, we're gonna give you a little bit of money. You're gonna do some giveaways. You're gonna spice things up here and there. Think of some different ideas, and before you know it, the community is right back in it. And then on the other end of it, like where I can kind of drop in a seed is okay. Let's build like a little DApp for these NFTs, right? Where these NFTs are your keys, and you can do privileged things with it, and boom, before you know it, like the NFT has value again, right? And
Boom.
I don't know, it's not,
after
it's not,
after
yeah,
900 days.
No,
But
here I'm gonna hit you with a curveball, Bach, because
go ahead.
I really like what you're doing these days. More than usual, right? So this isn't like binding in any way, shape, or form. It's just an idea for you. But like, how would you feel about coming under like the jungle media umbrella that we're building for the whole Crow fam? And like, you obviously want to be a part of this like Jungle Book thing, right?
Yeah, dude, and I appreciate the offer, and I want to make sure like I'm up for it, but I want to make sure people that are in your camp, because I've been told that I'm like bad product and the name is like tainted or whatever. But
People say all types of shit.
I don't know. Dave pretty much set the fucking bar.
Well, Dave's not allowed.
but no, dude, I'll be honored, bro. Like, I've
Dave's gonna
always.
be in the Jungle Book, but he's not like getting to write the
Who
story.
who's the antagonist in the movie The Jungle Book with Mowgli and shit? That evil tiger or whatever.
Yeah, what is his name? Like Mufasa or something?
Loaded Lions. No, I'm just kidding.
Loaded Lions.
It's Scar in Lion King.
Scar.
Isn't it Mowgli?
No, Mowgli is the kid, right?
I gotta look it up. This is terrible.
Dude, does anybody actually own like an authentic, original Jungle Book?
No, but you should own a bookstore.
Dude, I practically do. They're just not for fucking sale.
No, like one of those really good bookstores that
I have so many books just
doesn't
like
sell
if you were to
anymore.
ever actually just like pull through, be like, hey, this is a good book, or tell me what you're into, I'd be like, take this book, read this chapter or whatever.
And I tell you
People
what
are
though, Alpha.
sleeping on books.
Dude, I've
Right?
probably
It's
given
like
out like 6 of Plato's
buy
Republics.
low, sell high, Hyper. I think books are a fucking hold.
Yo, yeah, and any book minted like 100 years or older is like a penny.
And I tell you what, Alpha. I mean, like, you know, this is just the way that I think. But I think I think you should be thinking about Netflix, bro. This is a movie, bro. It's a movie.
Yo, we got to see what how Chris Green rolls out his animated movie thing
Bro,
first.
if it's a movie, right, then everybody that mints the Jungle Book and owns the NFT would be entitled to owning a part of that story.
If we could take like 3 of the most cohesive communities on Kronos that are involved with the Kronos Chimp Club, the jungle's pretty, works the wordplay and shit. We could probably hype out the meerkats like almost out of existence.
The meerkats are coming, dude. The meerkats are coming under
Those
the
tree houses, the Kronos will release a statement
We're
like,
gonna
"Thanks for
get the
keeping them
chimps.
warm."
We're gonna get the
They're for
chimps
the
and the
chimps.
meerkats up in the same treehouse, and they're gonna look at each other sideways, but then they're gonna get along.
Yo, I
It's all
missed
good.
that mongoose fucking man. Who did that?
The mongoose, dude.
Yeah.
I thought it was part of the
I thought it was Hot
the
Swap.
meerkats
Lazy
because
World.
it's Sahara Dow, and that sounds a lot like Savannah, and they look like meerkats.
But,
And
what was the
I don't
mint?
know.
I never even
I
heard
minted
about
them.
it.
They had a mint and stake button, which I thought was cool. Just one thing, bonk.
And it was 1 gas fee on that.
Yep.
That's pretty dope.
Bach,
Yo, on
you
Crow.
ever think of doing that, Bach?
I was just gonna ask on Bach. Can I get my frogs back for less than it cost to mint them?
Oh, you fucking leave Bach alone.
Wait, is it on stake or what?
Check the tapes. He told all y'all.
I don't know if I was here. Dude,
This staking is not your average staking. This is not your mama's Crodex staking. Okay?
Dude, I've had those frogs there for probably like 6 months.
Are they low rank or high rank?
What's that?
Are they low rank or high rank?
I have no fucking idea. I'm probably minted like
low rank. Put them on the
30
floor. You don't want to stake those.
I have no idea.
Bach has tiered rewards. So the rarer your NFT, the more rewards you get.
Oh, I'm on Bay right now. Are you whitelisted on the DApp still?
They don't whitelist me anywhere.
And actually, it's not even a movie. I think it's actually a 6-part series, binge worthy, bro. There's been some shit that's gone down.
I think it's a flip book.
It's binge worthy, bro. I'd watch it. I'd binge this shit. The stuff that happens, in DeFi, I would binge the shit out of it, man. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Have you guys watched Community? That's a very well written show.
Y'all are funny.
It's the Big Short for DeFi. If anyone's seen the Big Short, that is. But it's the Big Short for DeFi.
Oh yeah, I've seen the Big Short.
Yeah, hilarious, bro.
Good stuff.
Hilarious.
Kronos fan, we haven't heard from you yet. What's up?
Not much, man. They released the Saudi Bored Ape land airdrop, which looks a little weird. I don't know what it does. I'm still waiting on the metadata reveal of the meta bears. Which
Yeah,
looks
did
like
you
it's
go
gonna
hard
hit.
on those? I know. Actually, I think Pharaoh went hard on those. Saudis.
So yeah, I kind of aped into them a little bit, but I mean, it didn't hurt my pocket that bad because they were fairly low on the floor price. Then I waited till the regular Bored Ape Saudis came down, got myself a Diamond Grill one. I'm looking after a gold fur one eventually, but those dudes are wilding out, man. I don't know.
Hey, gold fur is where it's at, baby.
The whoever made them isn't speaking, like hasn't doxed themselves. They just released it, snuck it into a bunch of AMAs. Nobody knows who it is, and they're doing random airdrops
And everybody's
next.
cool with it, huh?
It's super
Everybody's fine.
degen. Like it's so shady, I can't even
Dude,
explain
it's
it.
just
Don't
and
do what I'm
it's
doing.
honestly it's case by case because half
I,
the time people get fucking pissed and half the time they could give a shit.
yeah, well, I mean, Bach came in. He's like, "Where do you find these projects?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't. I don't remember where I got them."
I was looking at the crypto mark. I feel like that's gonna blow up. Are you guys heard about this?
Oh yeah, that's
No.
Moon, right?
Yeah.
They're
What is
like
it?
extended forehead CryptoPunks. All the
No, it's
CryptoPunks, but with like
Genius.
no.
toner.
It's
Genius.
based on Mark Anderson. You know that dude,
Let's let Cutie go.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Andreessen or whatever. Mark Andreessen. You know how like he's like a super bald headed and he's like the Web3 um, venture capital backer of like a lot of different platforms. I don't know.
Super
He's
bald
behind.
head.
Type of Gary V.
Yeah, he's behind A16Z. So somebody made like an NFT called the Crypto Marks. So they're all like bald headed. It's blowing up. Like the volume is kind of trending up. Kind of like I feel like a lot of time on OpenSea, if you can find like collections that are like low rank and then they can show up on the front page and maybe like be on the top traded, quick easy flips.
Insider trading.
Not,
I'm playing Cutie. What's
Not
up?
Hey, Alpha's throwing me the co-host thing, trying to put me on the spot.
No, I'm trying to give you the mute button in case these boys don't shut the fuck up.
I know, I was laughing because I saw that pop up and I'm like, ooh, I have the mute button. This is awesome. Hey, I've been in and out of spaces, but I haven't done much because I've been making so many bath bombs lately and stuff, so I don't know everything that's going on. But I had a question. I saw Dragons of the West is in here,
Whoa,
and
but
I got
wait. First, the bath bombs, because I saw a video and I was like, "Holy shit! I did not know that is what they did when you put them in the bath." Like, don't people get scared? That's like it's like a chemical reaction. It's like
no,
a
that's
firework.
those are. I know those are my funfetti ones. No, they don't get scared. Those are the funfetti ones.
Oh my god, I get
I
out of the tub so quick.
No, those are fun. It's just they make bubble bath, and of course, it makes all the fun colors. There's one that I make for a very a very well known large cosmetic company, for a gal that started this cosmetic company here in Utah, and they look like the Jason mask, the hockey mask, and when you put it in the water, it bleeds.
I
It
mean,
starts to
how
fizz and
funny
spins.
is that to do to someone that doesn't know it's in the tub, though? Like, that's what I want to do. Because that's what I'm thinking is like you're sitting there and then suddenly it's just like, whoosh, and all the colors are coming out. And you're like,
Starts like that. Well, and when I was making that one, I was laughing. I thought, I should make one of these and send it to Alpha, and it has the thunder colors come out of it.
oh my God, do it. Do it, do it, do it.
All right, I'll make you some and send them out to you. But yeah, it's fun. No, they're a lot of fun to make. But Dragons of the West, I have a question for you. Of course, I know a few people saw my dragon, and it's a tank of a dragon, I hear, which is awesome. And I got my golden egg drop, but I haven't heard, or because I haven't really been in the spaces a lot. When are the golden eggs going to be revealed?
So we really have not touched a lot on the eggs yet. The only thing that we have told everyone about the eggs is that you will be able to stake up to 3 of them. This Wednesday on our West Side Wednesday weekly update space, Sir Eggington the 13th, all the way from the 9th dimension, will be projecting himself into the 3rd dimension to talk to everyone about what is going on with these eggs. So I can't say anything yet because Sir Eggington wouldn't want me to say anything, but yeah, he will be projecting himself from the 9th dimension to the 3rd dimension on Wednesday, so that's something to look forward to.
Bro,
Hey,
I know I'm on some
Lynn.
other shit, but you are on some way other shit.
Hyper, you fucked up my joke,
That
man.
poor apple tree.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, everybody raise your hands if you're going to talk. Don't talk over Alpha.
Good luck with that shit.
Otherwise, I'll mute y'all.
The power's gone to her head. Oh no.
What have we created?
Brad
No.
reincarnated.
No, not even.
I think you went a little too far with that one.
Yeah, I'll boot your ass out for that remark.
Give it to
Oh,
them.
dang.
They can always come back up. Boots are like, they're harmless. It's like when I kick my kids in the butt. I don't kick them that hard.
I know, but
You're like,
it's
hey,
kind
get
of fun
out
to
of
boot
here.
somebody
Hey,
anyways.
get out of here. You guys hear me do it every day. Check the tapes.
Oh, I know. Nah, it's all good, you guys.
I'm booting my friends out of here to make room. I'm booting my kids out of the room because they can't stop interrupting when they know what I'm doing. Just a lot of booting.
Oh, Joe Crypto. Is he still in here or is he gone? Oh, he's gone. So those
Nah, but
orange
Cutie
gang
speaks,
apes
man.
got banned on Tofu, and they got
Which ones?
banned on Rarible. The orange gang, the
Orange gang.
Ryder Rips first
Oh,
gotcha
yeah. Fuck those
knockoffs.
apes, man. We never
I'm
liked
just saying.
those.
I like them. Well, I had 50 of them. Joe had the other half.
You got 50 of those?
Yeah, we minted from contract
They
when they
weren't
were like,
free.
they were pretty free.
Yeah, I know.
For 0.01, we got 10.
He made a lot of money.
Dad, 420's canceled. We're going to the beach.
But these weren't the Ryder Rip ones. These were the ones that somebody talked me into putting ETH out of contract and we just put them in my wallet.
Get burgers at the galley.
Burgers at the galley? All right, I'm in.
Okay, but
So the
20 more
orange,
minutes, kid.
the orange apes got banned.
I'm gonna wait 4 minutes just for you.
Come on.
What?
20 minutes.
No, I know. I told them we had.
What up,
All
Drewski?
right, good.
Or we're gonna just get back on the street.
Sorry, everybody. Go ahead. I want to be here, I swear. Come on, make it worth my fucking while.
Yeah, I'm looking for your address. I'm sending Levi a baby cramp.
P.O. Box 3013, West Tisbury, Massachusetts. 02575.
Alpha likes snakes, all kinds of snakes, stuffed snakes, real snakes,
Send
dead
me
snakes.
snakes.
Make sure you put Martha's Vineyard on that address.
Make
Otherwise,
sure you put my name. You can write Alpha. You can write my real name.
I'm gonna
You can
write your
find my
real name
real
this time. I'm gonna write it on the front, the back of the box.
Write my phone number.
Phone number,
So that
yep.
they can call when they don't know what the box covered in comic books is for. Or who it's going to.
Alpha's real name is Winsbert Johnson.
Lindberry.
Isn't it?
The turd.
No, my name is Willie Goloff. Look it up. Ain't that right, Joe?
Dang right. I found it. I'm trying to get the clip so I can actually
Don't
post
you
it up in a
ever
little video.
ever.
Oh yeah.
All right, go ahead. Bump my fucking residuals up. Let's go.
A penny a day is still a penny a day.
We used to be in the checkout at Walmart. It was like an impulse item around Halloween, like every year. And I'd get, $5, $6. I was digging it. What's up, Bach?
Yo, I had an idea to throw at you and see what you think about it.
That's what I'm
So look, okay. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit off topic, but dude, I've been always thinking like, how do you make it easy for someone to like buy a token? Like, what's the step and process when someone wants to buy a token? Like, they have to go to
Well,
the app.
they have to start somewhere, right? And it's usually with easy, buddy. Give me 15 minutes. It's usually on on an exchange. It has to be really right, a centralized
Yeah.
exchange.
No,
And
no,
if
no.
they want
Let's
to
say,
get into altcoins, they
yeah,
should really get some ETH and start figuring out how to transfer it.
yeah, but let's just say it's a token, right? It's not a coin. So it's like you have to be on the blockchain, go to a DEX, and so like for example, like maybe on like for your token, Thunder token, somebody has to go to HopSwap, connect their wallet, uh, pick your token, and then swap. But dude, I was thinking like, how do you make it like phone book style, um, where like you send the crow or the ETH or whatever, to an address, right? And then that address or the contract automatically buys the token for you and just drops it in your wallet.
That's essentially what the reflection tokens do.
No, 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 no.
But without making the first purchase.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
That's what me and Joe Q Crypto did for those tokens for the rip off Bored Apes.
so Bach, what would the person start with?
So
You're
look,
you're you're taking
look,
out
look.
every part of the equation after what? Buying the ETH to begin with?
No, so for example, let's say you want to swap. You already have the crow. It's super easy for you to get the crow on. You can get it on crypto.com or whatever. But you're in the DeFi side, so you have the crow in your MetaMask, right? But you get in you hear about this new token called Thunder token. You're like, oh, like how do I get something? But you've never really understood how to like connect your wallet. You know, uh, paste in the address on the bar so as you can
But
import the
if they
token.
have if they use MetaMask to hold their crow, then it's really just one step of figuring out how to use the browser and typing in hopswap.finance. That's it.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Bach, have you seen
go.
Bolt News
Because
website?
it auto connects to the chain that you're on, right? Because it's a 5-chain swap, and I think it's probably the easiest way for people to get Thunder. It definitely is the easiest way.
Okay, no. So look, this is my
Vending
concept.
machine.
This, this,
Bach, I think you're talking about
Bach's
like a
talking about
vending
a vending
machine.
machine.
You
but
put
this is,
in
yeah.
crow, it pops out freaking thunder, something
Yeah,
like
so
that.
this is like my concept. It's like a phone book, right? So you Alpha, you give out this address. You're like, if you want to buy Alpha or if you want to buy Thunder, just send Crow to this address. The user sends the Crow to the address, and you can see it on the Chrono scan. It
Oh,
takes your
we've done
Crow
this. Yeah, we've done
and
this in the Discord before the pre-sale.
People are skeptical of that sometimes.
no,
Why?
wait. When you say you did it, like, did they send the Crow and it was like
They
an
sent the
address?
crow to the wallet, and then I went to the wallet and just went to each transaction and sent the appropriate amount of Thunder back to each wallet that
No,
sent the
no,
crow.
no. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is like you send the Crow to this address, but this address is a smart contract,
Right.
and the smart contract goes out and actually buys the token amount, and then it sends it to you immediately.
Wouldn't that essentially be like what
But it
Bog
has to be for one
auto
specific
tax
token.
is?
No, 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 not at all. Like there's no auto tax to it, right? It's like you send the Crow to the address, and
No,
let's say
I know you're
And
not
that
talking about a
saves
tax.
the user from having to learn about slippage and having
Yeah,
to do the
exactly. But
transaction.
that's got to be somewhat close to where you're at because that's some sort of
So
smart
we could do
contract.
this. We could set up a wallet that
no,
people could send
no,
crow to
it's not a wallet.
that would
The-
send them Thunder right back. It's
no,
a
Alpha. Yeah, it's
it's a
not a
smart
wallet.
contract.
Yeah, it's a
Yo,
smart contract.
I got 2 points on this that are pretty relevant. Have you seen Volt Enu's site,
No.
Volt
Bach?
Inu. No, it's a
Volt.
cult.
I know it's a fucking cult. That's what I inspected the shit out of it. But if you can literally buy that right now with a bank order cash or a credit card, that you can almost like lean your house off against that shit on off their website, their main website. And there's a few shit coins that are like that. But I've noticed personally the most engagement as far as purchases, if you take the hyperlink that's the in and the out from your decks or
That would be the
bogs,
best thing for us to
people just
set up
interact
on
with
the
it.
website, you know? Because people that are stuck on Web 2, that's where I get the most questions about this type of stuff, is the bot on the website on the main page. Because people are looking for Thunder and they're looking for the easiest way to do it, and they don't know much about the blockchain. So if we had a link on the website, islandthunder.io, that made it real simple.
All
And
you have to
gave
do
them
is you
the
put it in bog decks and you have it be the output with Crow as the input. You copy that URL and
no, I
for
know
everybody you'll do it.
that trick, but I'm talking about what
Alpha.
Bach is saying and giving them an address that's actually a smart contract, and they can send any amount of Crow to it, and it'll bing bong them Thunder right back.
I can't understand why that just isn't an unnecessary extra taxi.
No, there's
You
no
could call it
tax to it.
unnecessary, but that's your perspective.
No, but
We're
what's
talking.
we'll sell it. What's the service? Like, why would I need it to
The
go through
service
this
is
third
people
proxy?
don't know how to swap.
But you're creating a dex at that point.
No, it's not a dex. It's like the
It's a
smart
smart
contract.
contract.
The smart contract goes to the dex, right? Because the dex is already is a smart contract.
It would sound,
And
but like that's coming from your like already pretty sophisticated understanding of it all. It seems like you'd
It's
have to
called bing
get
bong,
that
bro.
far, you know.
Look. Alpha, I don't know how long you have in this space. Like, let me generate a
12
contract
minutes.
that 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna generate a contract that's targeted to Thunder, and then the next space you have, I'll send it to you. You send it like 10 Crow, and you can see exactly what it does, and you can understand what I'm saying. But like, I was just a concept that I had.
Have you seen anybody try to do anything similar?
No, dude. Like a lot of
I
I
people.
have.
really want to know what you're talking about, honestly.
What did you see?
So when these were actually tokens that NFTs were minted on, and when we sent ETH to the contract, it automatically minted, put it into our accounts without almost any gas at all. It was utilizing an Azuki contract. And I don't know if you could apply that to crypto, but I do know it was the most simplest, cheapest way I've ever bought NFTs. And now they're banned from almost every marketplace.
Yeah,
But
And
We
I
can
can
do
I
it.
can
We can
second
do it
that.
with crypto. We can do it.
I can definitely second that. You just put in the 0.001 ETH, sent it to that address. You went back to your NFT wallet, looked at it, and they were sitting right there staring at you.
yeah.
Sent it
Bach,
back.
I
Yeah.
sent you that contract as it was happening to try to validate it, but then I just degened out, waiting for
Yeah,
a response, and it
I
worked.
think I think what Hyperbaric was saying though, I keep Hyper Eric. The one point that he did make sense is like people are kind of.
Did I just lose him or did you rug?
I think he lost compression in his
I think
hyperbaric.
he lost it. Yeah. Hyper Eric has a hand up.
Oh, I was gonna. Fuck, dude. This is why I don't raise my hand because it slips the lid. It'll come back.
Slips the lid. Well, we got 10 minutes until our third and final 420, everybody. So if you got something important to say, you go ahead, you hit
Oh,
that mic button, you come on up
I
here, and we'll
remember.
control it.
I'm starting to get a lot of practical applications for what Bach's talking about. Like, imagine the Thunder token, you had your own NFT, the coin, or you had a secondary thing, and if you
Kazan would
made a
be so
purchase
proud
of
of you,
at least
bro.
$100 worth of Thunder, it
Yep.
smart contracted a mint only with that size of a purchase, or if your wallet holds 1%, some cause and effect.
Bing bong.
And if
Thank you.
you flip
Thank
it
you for
out and
keeping an
have
open mind, bro.
if you flip it out and make multiple contracts, you can actually do like what I said, a vending machine where you can go in. No, I want to buy some Thunder today. No, I want to buy some ETH. No, I want to
Right, and
buy
each
some
address is a different coin, and especially once
boom, boom, boom,
That's a
done.
dex,
use
guys.
like
That's just a dex.
CNS to maybe like customize these things, so you're actually typing in like thunder.crow, and that's where you're sending it to. That would
And
be
then
fucking sick.
maybe we can organize it all on one platform with a drop down bar with just the little icons of the tokens there.
And call it a dex.
A DeFi dex,
A DeFi dex.
a DDEX. Has anybody seen Cronex? Not Crodex, but with an N.
Cronex. Yeah.
It makes me think Crodex is their DeFi exchange, and
No,
that's
but
their,
can we talk Crodex real quick? Thank you, my friend.
dude. I
Crodex is
love Crodex.
back with a fucking vengeance, y'all.
Dude, they're gonna ride it this one hard.
CRX is cranking harder than any other token today, and there's reasons for it. It is not just because people are buying it to get into the pre-sale that is now over. But yeah, like Crow is up 1.7, ETH is up 2.5, CRX is up 13.2 fucking percent today. Hey, buddy. So just the fact that like M Hub is LP'd with CRX, we're talking both tokens in the LP have gone up 13 to 40% today, Junior. Joe Q, what'd it do?
So I'm gonna toss this out there, and you guys tell me what you think. What usually happens to banned items? You tell someone that's banned. Nope, nope, nope. Stay away from that. That's banned.
That's a question. Some people like it, some people don't.
And DGens usually do what?
The opposite of what you tell them to do.
Bing bong.
Hey, I got one right. What do I win? I got so much stuff to give away, but you guys have not gotten us over 100 today, even
I
once.
think I will send you one of those banned orange apes. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'll do.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'll send you a banned purple ape back just to say thanks.
I might be able to one-up you on that and send you a banned mutant ape. Not sure though.
Okay. What else do I have in my hidden folder? Hold on.
Oh, mine aren't hidden. Mine are right out there in the open.
What?
Mine are all hidden because I minted them off the CDC DeFi wallet. Like they won't even show them to me.
Yeah,
if I move them,
I go into the MetaMask and they're right there. MetaMask and Tofu, I want to say, right there.
oh,
Can
Tofu,
look
they're
at
gonna
every
be
one of
on
them.
Tofu
I
now.
gotta get Tofu to recognize. Oh, they won't recognize open storefront Ethereum projects, I'm sure.
So now
what?
y'all, so now y'all have worthless banned apes sitting there, or
Nope,
what
you can still
happens to them?
sell them on Looks Rare.
Well, there
Value
you
is in
go.
the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, need to sell them.
This is true because if let's just say that this dude wins a
Mom,
lawsuit and then
but we like
past
them.
practice is followed. That's right.
Hey, one day
Someone's
Crossy is going to expand, and we'll give the open NFT marketplace to all the blockchains.
Hey.
So my banned apes won't be banned no more.
Yeah, you can list them on Crossy, bro, the most open
They ain't
NFT
gonna ban
marketplace.
no
Yeah,
more.
you need to sell that shit.
They ain't gonna ban
Y'all
no more.
getting me in trouble,
Yo,
man.
I get in trouble for cursing here.
No, you got yourself in trouble. Well, somebody else did because they said you had over 20 of them. Yeah, you're in deep shit.
Oh, you're
It
gonna
cost
get
me
ping
20
ponged in the
bucks.
back of the head.
Oh yeah, I got a frying pan coming tonight. I can tell it already. As soon as I go to
Ping
sleep.
Listen,
pong.
I
Bong!
may have over embellished. I over embellished how many I gave him.
Oh, good. Proud of everybody in here. We're solid at 50. We had 50 this morning and 50 this evening. I'd love to give you guys some shit because I'm just holding it.
Yo, I looked at my wallet at a Crow Pet NFT. Where would I have gotten this from? And if anybody ever sends me some, let me
I
know
think
so I
I
can thank
sent
you.
you that.
Oh
I
shit,
think I sent you that.
dude, that
Texas
works out.
Hold'em has a
I look
hand
for your
up.
wallet right now.
I was tripping last night. Why did I send you that? You were supposed to get a
The Afro Chimp.
shut up.
So, Alpha, with just left in your show, did you get a chance to see that Crow Sing video? at this point? What do you think?
Crow sing? No.
Where the loaded lion trailer video for this morning at 7. Did you get a chance yet to see it?
I have not watched it. No.
Okay.
Why is it good?
At
I mean,
least he's
I liked
honest.
it.
Hey, you guys, Texas had a hand up and he pulled back. So, Texas, go ahead.
Oh, before Texas goes, we do need to.
Didn't I just go?
Or wait, did we ask you already about this, Bach? About the Kronos Chimp Club that's on Crocy that is not the Kronos Chimp Club?
Yeah, I reached out to
Oh
Chimp
yeah,
Club.
you told us that he didn't know about the Kronos Chimp Club. I remember.
Yeah, no, I thought he didn't know, but I reached out to him. I sent him a DM asking him like, hey, do you want to? Because like the art is pretty cool, you know. I've seen it on Crocy. It's all original layers. I told him like, hey, do you want to like redo and name it something differently? And then I think he just said he was gonna think about it or something. So I don't know.
Tell him not to think too long, because the natives are restless, and I
need to come up.
I'm coming,
It's
buddy.
been 20 minutes.
All the natives are restless, and I can't hold them back much longer.
Yeah, just don't blame the platform or Bach for if it does. You know, it's just that's just the power we gave to the people, and the people are deciding to do what they want.
There's all
I
types of
did
people out
message
there.
him. I think the art is pretty good. I think if he just has another name for it, it's
Honestly,
pretty
pick
marketable.
another name and you're fine. Just get the yeah.
Hey, Martek's got a hand up, Alpha.
Sorry, Martek. Go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say, I think Bach should airdrop everybody in the space today a Cryote. Rum and Red Bull talking. I'm just saying.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah, sure. Why not? How about this? If you send me your OX address to my account, I'll go and buy a Cryote and send it to you, so we can get some of these like paper handers off the floor.
Let's go. Let's get these paper handers off the floor.
You just have to send me your address. Just text me to my account. My DMs are always open. Yeah, Cryotes are pretty cool. Like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I do a bad job of like explaining all these things.
We all do a bad job explaining our own things. That's why I will remind everyone of the Chinese proverb: heaven and hell look exactly the same. Everyone's sitting around a table with plenty of food in front of them, but they got chopsticks that are 3 feet long. So in hell, everybody's starving. And in heaven, everybody is well fed and happy because what? They're feeding each other. Yeah.
And no water in hell, so drink your water.
Drink your water. Happy 420, everybody. We did it. We burned through all 3 420s like we do every damn day. Congratulations. And yeah, you're right. I gotta run. We're getting cheeseburgers at the galley. Any parting notes?
Bach, I sent you a DM.
Oh.
Yeah, the next space you have, I'll send you what I was talking about with that concept, and you can test it out with like whatever you want. And
this is gonna be super cool, man. Because also, everybody, don't forget, we are legitimately taking control of the steakhouse as a DAO. And let me just check the mint live here with you guys as we close out. And you guys put your socks and shoes on. It was over 50% minted when we started this space. And y'all better watch out because I sold some M Hub and I'm about to mint 2 more of these at a discount. Like we always do about this time.
All right, well, I'm going to jump out, Alpha. Everybody, have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Lots of love, cutie.
Thanks. Love back.
And what was I looking for? Now I forget. I wanted to tell you guys something.
Yo,
Oh,
your PFP's real cute, yo. That little goat thing.
106. And watch, I'm gonna mint 2 right now before I leave.
Careful, because that giraffe, it's got fangs. It bite you. Rawr!
Meow. Bing, bong. 108 now. Watch out, y'all. Don't forget, drink some water, brush your teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi. Don't forget it. You've heard about it all day today. It's the wild, wild west. Don't tell your seed phrase to anybody. That is some crazy talk. And write it down. Put it somewhere safe.
And
Onboard
test
somebody.
it after you write it down before you can't write it down correctly a second time.
What do you do?
Test it after you've written it down to make
Test
sure
it.
you written it down correctly before you can't write it down a second time.
100%, dude. That's a good
I
one.
fucked up there.
Don't take a picture of it. Don't put it on the cloud. Don't email it to yourself. Don't text it to me. All of these things are things that people have said to me after I teach
No
them
way.
about
Has
seed
somebody
phrases.
really sent them to you?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Are
yes.
you're not talking about these bullshit spam ones that just flood like
No, buddy. I'm talking about 4 days ago in my driveway. Check the tapes. My buddy Tag was here. We finally got him to download his seed phrase. And the next thing he said was, "So can I text it to you?" And I said, "Bro,
what was he trying to do?
please don't say
I
that."
feel like if you imported somebody else's wallet on like stacked on your MetaMask, they could somehow then have both. I've imported 2 MetaMasks with one secret recovery phrase before.
Yeah. One seed recovery phrase can pull all of the wallets that are associated with it, depending on whether or not they have Ethereum in them, depending on whether or not they've interacted with that wallet. There's a
Yeah.
couple of things. I will
So
pin
when
the tweet with all this information, just like all the other spaces. I'm gonna keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
so Alpha, I have a quick question. When you import utilizing a seed phrase, does it add the RPCs as well to that wallet, or
That's a great question.
has anybody had to do it?
If
I
you have the
believe it adds the
RPCs in the
networks.
MetaMask, if you have the RPCs in the MetaMask
Coming.
that was originally there, it copies all the RPCs onto the ones that you just imported.
Okay, so it's stored on the blockchain, right? Not in the cloud or something fucked up. And if you guys want to find out, utilize checkmynft.com. It'll tell you if your NFT is stored on the blockchain or on somebody's server or on a paid server. So that way, if they rug, you don't lose the art.
Checkmynft.com makes perfect sense. Just like crypto.com. Just like islandthunder.io. I don't know. Hopswap.finance. Take your pick. I gotta go though. Lots of love, everybody. Crofam for life. Bye.